but she still ended up marrying someone who's short.
Exactly.
So what up, guys? What up? Welcome back to another one. My name is Luke and I'm joined by
Chris?
guys. Chris is joining me today to discuss a very important matter. I don't know why I find this so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. And some of you guys are going to be found wanting on this, more especially ladies, right? Girls.
Yeah, I think so.
They're going to be found
probably.
wanting on this because I personally find it so ridiculous. I know you're going to disagree to it, but yes. So, guys, let's get into it. Let's watch this video. And yeah, it's going to explain itself. Then from there, we're going to carry on with the commentary and also. Let's go.
Sweet.
But let me be real though, you guys. That is a real thing. Like, there are women out there that swear up and down, like, I don't date a man that's under 6 feet. If he's not taller than me, I'm not dealing with it. I need to be able to still wear my high heels, and he still needs to be towering over me. Like, that's a real thing. And so I'm not gonna sugarcoat that and act like, oh, women don't care about your height. Women don't care about that, as long as this, as long as that, No, that's really a thing, you guys. It really is a thing, and it'd be the shortest of women. Like, girl, your short ass talking about you need somebody 6 foot. Why? Little bitty ass girl. Why? But that's the thing, you guys. And so I do feel for you guys because you may be struggling in this department. It's like, well, damn, like, women legit are passing me up. Now, I did some investigation, okay? Because like I said, my husband is a short man. And I asked him and I said, do you feel like short men have a hard time with dating? Like, have you ever encountered that? And he said, yes. He said, I've had girls in the past.
Okay, so guys, we're going to take it from there. So that's the first pause. Do you think that's the truth, bro?
That shorter men have a hard time with women?
Yes.
From my personal experience, yes. Like I've said before, I'm not a tall guy. I'm only like 5'8".
But you're normal size though, bro. It's not...
Okay, let me put it into context. With a lot of my friends, or in my friendship group, especially with guys, I'm usually the short guy in the group.
Okay. So,
growing up, I was a lot smaller. I only got like normal size in my late teens. So it was an insecurity to begin with, right?
Okay.
You had it in you like, oh man, I'm short, so I can't talk to these girls, or they're not going to give me a second look.
Okay.
I once, not even going to lie, got rejected because I was too short.
You're joking.
I promise you, I did. I made an advance on this young lady. I was doing, I did everything right, or so I thought.
You said everything.
I said everything I had to, and then the nail in the coffin was like, I would, but you're just too short. And that hit me like, whoa, am I really that small? Because keep in mind, I was surrounded by a lot of people that were like way taller than me. So
okay, was she also in the same environment though?
Sort of, because she knew my friends. We all knew each other.
Okay, so
yeah,
a perception or decision was on the basis of comparing you to your friends, or it was just a normal, like...
I think one, maybe comparing me to my friends, but another one, I think it's just like society, how they portray a ideal man, or maybe in her head that she prefers taller guys, right? Maybe that's what she preferred. Not to say that every single girl shot me down because I was short. No, it's not like that. But yeah,
it's not always the case.
It's not always the case, but more often than not, it has been like a trump card for many short guys. Like, your height just...
Okay, but what does the height have to do with the love and the relationship though? Because personally, I don't get it. Hence, I say I find this so ridiculous. Because I came across the video and I was like, what? No, you can't be telling me. Am I so like oblivious to this? Or am I living in the wrong world that I've never really paid attention to this, the fact that a lot of women are not attracted to short guys? You know, because I find it so ridiculous personally on my side. Because, I mean, someone would just take a look at you and be like, no, it's too short. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So another thing is, this preference in women, is it reinforced by society, or it's just that instinct?
I think a lot of it is society enforced. There was an article I read back, I think like 5 years ago, about the relationship between height and promotion at work.
Yo,
I
you
promise you,
joking me?
I'm
You
telling you,
killing
bro.
me?
This was an actual article,
Bro.
and it was found in that study that taller men were more often than not in positions of power in a corporate setup, right? Height was directly proportional. Okay, we're not going to say directly proportional, but it was highly correlated with higher standing, right? Height denoted a certain level of control, a certain level of power, a certain level of, I mean, if you're putting all those things in that bracket and you refer it to the woman, right, who we know by biology is more submissive, right? They want to feel protected in a way.
They want someone who's taller than them.
It's leading up to that. It's leading up to that. Like, see how men are more attracted to feminine females, right?
Okay.
Height is a very masculine trait. Therefore, women would more often than not be attracted to that trait. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, okay.
So for me, it kind of makes sense. Like, it's somewhat normal. Yes, it's society enforced, but then I would understand why a woman would say, I prefer a taller man as opposed to a shorter
Okay,
one.
why would you come to terms with that though?
I would come to terms with that because of my understanding of maybe, or what I think is their nature, right? Them being, well, women, right?
Okay.
Not to say all women are like that, but then if they're looking at feeling protected, feeling looked after, feeling like somebody's taking charge, then it, for me, it's kind of obvious. Like, the bigger person is, literally taller, is more dominant.
So literally, from what I'm getting, right? So literally, being tall has been sort of placed there as a characteristic or a trait of being more dominant. That's what it's seen as.
It is, yeah.
But this thought has been reinforced by society.
Yeah,
Because I mean, society literally also has beauty standards.
it does, yeah.
It
You can
has.
say that.
So now I'm seeing it has also. What can I say? And some standards. No.
Yeah, dude, definitely, it does have
Okay.
handsome
And it
standards.
literally has beauty standards and handsome standards. Okay. Now it comes back to the conversation we had where you were like, it doesn't go like handsome, dark, and
It's tall, dark, and handsome.
which I found so funny.
In that
'cause-
order. In that
'cause,
order.
Yeah, like I told you, like even if I said it the other way around, it doesn't seem nice. That's how much it has been imprinted.
It doesn't
like
have a nice
it's
ring
tall,
to it.
dark, and handsome. It starts first with size.
Straight up. Tall
So
first.
first is it dark?
Nope. Is he tall? Is he handsome? Nope. Is he tall though?
I find it so ridiculous.
You understand? Because like,
I find it so ridiculous.
this also talks to my understanding
Yes, 'cause-
of male characteristics. A man does not necessarily have to be dark in complexion or whatever to be considered masculine. He doesn't necessarily have to be handsome to be considered masculine. But tall goes without saying, bro.
Why though? Why?
masculine trait.
Why though?
Attraction, more so physical attraction. The first impression that we rely on instinctively is looks.
Okay.
Therefore,
Which I understand.
Yeah.
It's instinct.
if we see, for example, a tall man, right, on face value, we can assign different types of attributes to him. We can assign different types of things to him. like based on his size alone, that towering, imposing figure, immediately our minds click and they're like, hold on, dominance, check. He's probably got leadership qualities. You kind of like expect him to act a type of way, expect him to be a type of way. So that's just off what you are seeing, right? And if a woman is looking at a man that's tall and she's seeing these kind of things in him, it would be a no-brainer why she's attracted to a taller man. Not to say that short men aren't confident, right? Because there are short people that carry themselves very well,
Quite too successful.
Very, very successful. They earn more money than taller people, whatever. But based just off the looks, right? Immediately, I think it also triggers that biological aspect of wanting to feel protected, wanting security, right? And immediately it just clicks.
Which I don't get. How will something so important as a relationship have to do with face value?
It doesn't.
I mean, how can we go by face value on something such as important as a relationship, bro?
I think it's the starting point to the relationship, right?
Which I understand, but from a logical perspective, we can't go off emotions.
We can't, no.
Because you miss a lot judging by face value. Because imagine if we were judging everything by face value, how our life would literally be.
No, it would be something. It would be really
crazy.
Yeah.
Majority of time I've judged a lot of things on face value, and whatever I judged it based on, when I got to know the thing or person, was literally totally wrong, far from true reality. That's majority of time. That's 99%. Okay, 90% of the time. That, my judgment based on face value was literally wrong. Yes,
yeah.
It wasn't correct. So I find it so ridiculous. So yeah, so let's continue the video.
Let's do it.
I've had girls in the past tell me, like, I usually don't date short men, and you're the first short guy I ever dated, even though he may have been taller than them or the same height as them. It's like, no, I don't deal with niggas your height, nigga. So you lucked up type shit. And I asked him, well, why do you feel like you were the exception? And he said, well, maybe it was the way I carried myself. I don't really know. Well, I want to be honest with you guys and tell you why it is or why it's not. Just from my own womanly perspective. Like I said, I am a woman and I'm guilty. I'm absolutely guilty of feeling like, I don't want no short man. He has to be taller than me. I need to be able to wear my heels and stuff like that. And I ended up, I guess, quote unquote, compromising with my husband because, I'm 5'7". My husband.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot to digest there, right?
It's just a lot. She says she finds herself guilty in this, right?
Yes.
But she still ended up marrying someone who's short.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro.
The key word there is marrying. Like physical attraction.
That's what I'm saying.
Versus a lasting relationship is so different. Like the differences between them are so broad. Now, you're looking at it from a perspective of let's get married, let's build a life together.
But dating first.
Yes, of course, that leads up to the marriage phase, right? And how can we date if you're not willing to give me a chance because I'm short?
She gave him a chance during the dating period. They all approached things.
Exactly. And she said maybe it's how he carried himself, right? Hence our saying, those kind of things do matter. How a man presents himself, how he carries himself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But majority of time, bro, this, like you said, you came nice, confidently, you presented yourself. Then she's like, no, I won't.
Exactly.
Because you're short.
Man, I think as a dude, it gets to you at first, like when you're younger, it really does get to you. But then as you grow up and you become more mature, you learn to brush that off. Like for instance, if I had to approach a woman and she brushed me off because I was short, I'd be like, okay, cool, whatever. I'd go for someone else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that doesn't really affect me the same way. It's just like, okay, maybe your interest is superficial. Like you looking at the physical type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Hence, I say, don't you think? Because yes, we've determined that, oh, it somehow triggers biological whatever makings and stuff like that. Don't you think it's superficial that we should take decisions based on face value? It's so superficial. A person approaches you, and just because he's short, no, I don't date that. Because at the end of the day, bro, this is reality.
This is reality. Yeah.
This is reality. If you continuously do that, you will end up single. Even if for a dude.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing of this is, why is it that people base that decision, right? Major key decisions such as marriage, relationship, whatever, based on face value? Because I found it so ridiculous. Like, oh no, I don't like, because other people have ridiculous preferences.
We all have ridiculous preferences to an extent. So yeah, but there's
Yeah,
some
I
that,
also
like,
have ridiculous preferences that I know
yeah, totally.
will never be, fulfilled. Because it's reality. Life can kick you,
Yeah, definitely.
unexpectedly, bro, from nowhere. Hence, I feel like a lot of these preferences are just superficial. It's superficial. Because how do you know that tall guy is going to take care of you?
You don't. That's the thing. How do you know the tall guy is good, has good leadership qualities? You don't. How do you know they're dominant? You don't. They could be like the most submissive man you've ever met, but on the basis of their height, you'd be like, nah, this guy is a dominant man. He will take charge.
Just by height.
Just by height. Just by height.
Which is ridiculous. Then it comes to this. Is it right that people should learn to compromise?
That people should learn to compromise.
Yes, because we all have ideals. I acknowledge, you see, I'm acknowledging that people have ideals. I have an ideal of the type of person I want. Other people have ideals because we've established the fact that a lot of our ideals are so superficial, right? They're based on face value. I acknowledge that, I have ideals like that. Hence, we have idols, we have established that. Don't you think we should also, at times, majority of times, when it comes to things like relationship, in fact, in other very important, areas of life, should be able to compromise. We should learn to compromise, because she stated it. Mm-hmm. She's guilty of it, but she says, I had to compromise. Don't you think that should be the reality of things?
It should. I can't agree with you anymore. Like, a relationship, right, in itself is a compromise.
True.
The very state of it is a compromise. You are having to give up some things that you'd normally do to accommodate your person, right? Because let's say you're doing something and she's not really with that. You've got to compromise so you guys have a state of steadiness where you guys are happy together. She's got to compromise to fit her into your life.
True.
To fit you into her life, I meant to say. So that relationship already is a state of compromise. If you can compromise on your emotional being, sometimes on your belief system, on your, I wouldn't say your set of principles and stuff, as much as possible, don't try and compromise on that.
Because principles are not face value.
They're not. They go deeper.
These are deep attributes.
They're deep, yeah.
So will it be right to state that, well, for someone listening, all right, the best advice would be, don't judge people off face value, but be sure that they adhere or they meet your principles, the type of principles you want. Because at the end of the day, bro, attributes or qualities literally outlast beauty and
Yeah, I
and
mean, it's a
everything.
physical thing. We understand that physical things don't last forever, right? That's the nature of physical objects. They deteriorate over time, they succumb to wear and tear. So, those are some things that are always going to happen. But what about core values, principles, belief systems, etc.? Those things, those actually last quite a while. But in light of us saying that, we can't disacknowledge the fact that a lot of decisions leading up to that commitment is based off face value. It definitely is. I
Ah,
mean,
which is crazy.
and a lot of people have different reasons. You know, a girl I knew, no, uh, she said the reason she go for a taller man is because she wants to pass on those good genes to her children. Right? She'd want her children to be tall, preferably. Right? So therefore, she'd want those good genes being passed on from one generation to the next, which is like not, if you think about it, in that's how nature functions. If you look at the animal kingdom, the females mate with the most dominant man, the man that is the biggest of the males. Why? Because he's got superior genes, right?
Well, guys, thank you so much for today. Please don't forget to leave your comment below. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Please like this video and please spread the word. And well, let's get growing. Please tell more people about this. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for today. See you on the next one. Ciao.